Hey, Warrior Saints, good morning. Welcome to our Crucifixional live stream. Glad to have you beautiful people in with us on Fabulous Freaky Friday. It's Friday, our last one. He's laughing. We're talking about distractions, but before we get distracted with distractions, visit warriorsaints.org. This is a great website. It's mine, and I want you to go there. The reason it's great is not because of me. I stink. But it's great because there you're going to find the ability to get to the library. The library is called The Way of the Warrior Saint. And it's only $8. When you do that, you have full total access to exclusive content to help you become a better man, a better woman. Those people who are already subscribers, they're gracious. They tell me how great it is. I'm thankful to you. It's not about bragging. Let that be aside now. But it makes a difference in their lives. It is helping people become better men and women, warrior saints. You can also get a book there. So when you visit this great website, you will also find a book of the same name, which is called The Way of the Warrior Saint. And we wrote it. It's lovely. There's 30 chapters dedicated to helping you become crucifixional in your own life, becoming rock stars. Now, we've been talking about distractions. All week, we've been going through the Mary Martha story, where Martha invites Jesus into her home, and she's serving. Mary sits at his feet, Martha, to learn and listen to the teaching of the master. Martha gets irritable with it and says, "Hey, Jesus, make her help me." And Jesus says, there's only one thing needful. And I'm a dork, I know, right? Like, that's how Jesus said, Martha. It's probably not how he said it, but that's what he said. No, there's only one thing needful. And Mary's chosen it, and it ain't going to be taken away. And you, Martha, you're distracted and anxious and worried about many different things. But only one thing is needful. That's my teaching, the life of the cross, how to be a warrior saint. You need to get it. Mary's getting it. I know you're serving. It's great. But that's the one thing that's needful. Get it. You and I, like Mary, like Martha, need to get it. We need to learn the way of the warrior saint to follow Christ in our own lives. But we got all kinds of things distracting us. And we talked about it on Monday, the most powerful mechanism, tool, device of distraction we keep in our pockets, in our purses, and all over the place. Like I said, we put it next to us in bed when we go to sleep at night, our cell phones. And through this little device comes all the distractions. Tuesday, we talked about the biggest distraction, at least right now, is the COVID-19 conversation. On Wednesday, we talked about maybe the second biggest distraction, politics. And on Thursday, yesterday, we talked about maybe the third biggest distraction, or it's the place where we find all the COVID and political and distracted conversations, social media feeds. Today, we're going to talk about on Friday, our final distraction that we're going to talk about this week also comes through devices. It's called TV, television shows. Oh my gosh, think about all of the shows that we binge. Like, that's a verb now. I binged it, right? Like, a binge used to be something you talked about with a drunk or an alcoholic. You went on a binge weekend and he was such a mess. Like, now it's something that we brag about. Oh yeah, I totally binged. I binged my show. I watched Peaky Blinders. I watched them all. There's like 30 episodes and I watched them all this weekend. I binged, right? What are we talking about? Like, listen. I'm going to confess my own sins. Listen to the subscription streaming services that are in my house alone. So this is just me. These are the ones that the Salami tribe has. We have Netflix, we have Disney Plus, we have Hulu, we have YouTube TV, there's Prime Video, Apple TV Plus or Apple TV Plus. Now we have Peacock because we gotta see Chicago PD. That's where we're binging now. And HBO Max, and the list goes on. And you probably have more, right? So I mean, think about that: Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, YouTube TV, Prime Video, Apple TV, Peacock, and HBO Max. That's in my house alone, right? Now, I don't watch all of them, or do I? Right? Let's be honest about it. HBO Max, I was glued to Game of Thrones when that was hot. In fact, I watched Game of Thrones 3 times all the way through, and that's 1,000 episodes, right? I went through Peaky Blinders. I saw Vikings. If you haven't seen that, it's fabulous. It's a great one. I think that's on Prime. Anyways, I don't want to make all these things. I just finished on I think it was Netflix, Longmire. Oh my gosh, Walt Longmire. It's a story about a Wyoming cop. Oh, it's fabulous. So good. It's clean. There's no dirty in it. I loved it. He was great. He always did the right thing. Had to overcome adversity. It was he was a warrior saint, really. And I'm like, oh my God, how much time do I waste binging, right? And that's not even all the shows I've binged. How about you? What are you binging on, right? What are you watching? What do you get stuck with, right? I mean, it's everywhere. And you stream it. You can stream it right into your pocket. You can take it with you. You can go to the movies and see the movie on the big screen and watch a show on your phone at the same time. It's ridiculous. And with all of that, you know what I don't do when I'm binging? Study. I don't write my warrior saint lessons. I don't spend time with my wife, my children. I don't pray. I don't exercise. I don't eat right. I don't read. Right? And yes, you have to be able to watch TV. Absolutely. I like watching a good movie, a good show. But when you binge so much, you are distracted from the things that really matter because you just don't have time, right? You binge until you drop dead. Anyone who's watching a TV show right now sees the State Farm commercials, and you see Jake from State Farm, and he talks to his dog. There's a new commercial, the talking dog. It's a little itty bitty thing. I don't know what they call it, a pug. It's ugly as hell, but whatever it is, he looks at it and he talks to the dog, and he leans over and he says, listen to the words of this ad. I'm definitely watching 5 more episodes of this tonight. And the dog says to him, oh, so like a regular Tuesday, huh, Jake? And then Jake is like, what? Talking dog? But really? Like the dog knew how silly he was. 5 more episodes tonight. Now, look, I've done it. I've done it a couple times. Have you? Have you gone to bed so late because you're so addicted to Longmire or to Vikings or to whatever? You know, Bosch, that was another go to Amazon Prime. Oh, my gosh, Jack Ryan. Oh, my God, there's so many. It just keeps going, right? There's so many. And I don't even watch that much. I can imagine. We get lost and distracted. What it keeps us from is the one thing needful, the gospel, the way of the warrior saint. And I'm rambling because I'm rambling. But I don't want to stop it. I want to stop it because I want to get us back on track from the distractions that I've provided and focus and bear down on the one thing that's needful, Jesus Christ. That's it. That's why Mary sat at his feet and he was not going to let Martha he wasn't going to let her take her away even to serve, which is the height of the way of the warrior saint, to serve other people. And she's got the Lord in her house. So of course they should be serving him. But he's not going to let her take her away from it. Mary has to sit at the feet of the master and absorb and consume the one thing needful, the teaching that comes from the mouth, from the lips, the very lips of the Lord himself. That's what it means to not be distracted. Now, watch TV. I'm going to, probably even tonight. But don't binge so much, so often, all the time that all you do is be distracted by silly garbage and have no room for the Lord. That also includes to live a crucifixional life yourself. You got to spend time with your family, right? Like I've been here teaching all day. We're working all day. I'm going to go home and now hide from my wife, or am I going to spend time with her, right? Because I'm so distracted catching up on my latest shows that I have, abandoned my wife or my daughters. My God, they're going to be out of my house someday, soon even. They're going to college. I don't know if they'll ever come back, right? Like I'm not going to take advantage of every moment I get to spend with them. I'm not going to pray. Am I going to spend even 5 minutes reading Holy Scripture today? Am I going to learn something from another book or another type of source where I can better myself? Am I going to serve someone? Am I going to spend some time to serve other people and give them something that they need, food, clothing, shelter, whatever it may be? Because I'm so distracted with TV and binging that I don't do the things that I'm supposed to. I'm not crucifixional. If that's you, shame on you. Stop it right now. That's it. I want you to stop today. Turn off the TV. Find a way. All right, I'm not going to give you a practical on that because you and I all know. We all know. Just turn it off. Or don't even turn it on. Better yet, just don't even turn it on. And fill your time with good stuff. Write a schedule, make a plan, stick to it, whatever you got to do. But find a way to not allow yourself to be distracted with the binging. Because when you do that, here's the kicker. You'll have some time. And when you have some time, you're going to be able to visit warriorsaints.org. And when you do that, you are then going to subscribe to the library where you will binge on the way of the warrior saint. That's the one thing that you can binge on. And it's not because of me, and it's not because of Greg, and it's not because of the rest of our team. It's because the teachings in the library at the way of the warrior saint are Christ's teachings. I make nothing up. I'm just regurgitating to you what the Lord gave to us in Holy Scripture. And guess what? When you do that, man, you become a changed man, a changed woman, a warrior saint. And that's all I want for you. If you're going to binge on the Lord. That's the key. Love you, beautiful people. It's been a great week. Don't be distracted. Find room in your heart and in your mind for the one thing that's needful. To do that, you can also join us on Sunday. We'll take tomorrow off, but Sunday we'll be back at it with Orthros and Liturgy at 9 and 10 a.m. Pacific, respectively. Love to have you beautiful people in. We've got a great homily coming up. I know you'll love it. And then we'll be back again on Monday to continue our crucifixional live stream. Love you. Have a great weekend. It's time to go get some. And as always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.